Welcome to Hoopzillo, where today we peel back every layer of Caitlin Clark's incredible lifestyle, from sunrise macchiatos to midnight Porsche cruises. You'll see how an 8-pound muscle gain, a $28 million Nike deal, and a secret Iowa hideaway formed the blueprint of modern stardom. Stick around, because one tiny habit at the end could change your daily routine forever.
Have you ever wondered what the dawn feels like for a young superstar who already carries the dreams of an entire sport? Picture Caitlin Clark pushing aside the sheer curtains of her $800,000 Indianapolis apartment, the early light painting gold across floor-to-ceiling windows, an oasis hovering just minutes from Gainbridge Fieldhouse. I can almost hear the city's heartbeat below as she sips her vanilla sweet cream macchiato, a ritual that reminds her she's still the Iowa kid who once raced boys for loose balls and dusty gyms. Architectural Digest called her minimalist haven an elevated calm in a feverish world. And it shows. High ceilings, muted grays, a balcony view that melts stress into horizon. Yet the most striking detail is the second toothbrush by the sink. Connor McCaffrey, former Hawkeye guard turned Butler assistant, celebrated their second anniversary here last April, a milestone ESPN gushed about as college sweethearts writing a prologue for the ages. They laugh over burnt toast, debate defensive rotations, and plan quick escapes to their shared $650,000 Iowa home, where fireflies replace paparazzi and privacy finally breathes. But here's the part they don't tell you. Even on game days, Caitlin still calls her mom for advice on what earrings feel lucky. That intimate routine grounds her, and it's a gentle reminder that greatness is often built on phone calls no one hears. Keep that thought, because her next secret habit might surprise you.
Did you know a 5-year-old once dribbled past boys twice her size on a tiny Iowa court, sparking a legend in sneakers barely bigger than her hand? Growing up in West Des Moines, Caitlin Elizabeth Clark thrived in a household where sports coursed through every conversation. Her father, Brent, a dual sports star at Simpson College, and her grandfather, Bob Nizzi, a revered football coach, stitched hustle into the family fabric. 11 relatives went on to play college athletics, transforming Sunday dinners into strategy sessions. I picture little Caitlin listening wide-eyed as stories of perseverance floated over pasta, absorbing more than words. Daycare reports called her feisty beyond her age, a trait that would later bend record books. Experts from the Positive Coaching Alliance note that early multi-sport exposure, Caitlin chased soccer balls, volleyball spikes, and golf swings, builds neural pathways for balance and power. She credits soccer for the leg torque behind those logo range threes, and sports science data backs her up. Her launch angle mirrors elite EPL strikers. But here's the part they don't tell you. Her first crossover victim was actually her older brother Blake in their driveway, a memory she still teases him about at Thanksgiving. Keep that sibling rivalry in mind, because the fire it ignited would soon light up high school scoreboards. Imagine stepping into Dowling Catholic's gym on a frosty January night, hearing murmurs that a junior might drop 60. Then the buzzer sounds, and 60 points later, in a single game, Caitlin Clark rewrites Iowa high school lore. The Des Moines Register's headline, "Clark erupts for 60," went viral, drawing comparisons to prep phenoms like Kobe Bryant. Coach Kristen Meyer, once skeptical of green light shooting, told ESPN she sees passing lanes before they exist. I still remember replaying those grainy highlights online, stunned by her footwork. One dribble, sidestep, release, net. Social proof multiplied when she grabbed gold with Team USA's U19 squad, earning MVP honors while averaging 14, 5, and 5. FIBA analysts called her vision utterly next level. Yet Clark's college commitment carried drama worthy of a streaming series. Blue Bloods UConn and Notre Dame called, but she chose Iowa to stay close to family, a decision Sports Illustrated dubbed the hometown gamble. But what happened next will surprise you. She didn't just shine, she set the sky on fire.
Freshman year, she led Division I in scoring and assists, the first freshman guard to capture the Don Staley Award. Watching from my couch, I felt that jolt of pride every time she drilled a 30-footer, proof that Heartland dreams can echo nationwide. Hold tight, because her junior year detour into basketball history is even more breathtaking.
Could one rookie really shift the financial gravity of an entire league? Draft Night 2024 answered with 2.4 million TV viewers, 4 times the prior year. And at center stage stood Caitlin Clark in Prada, smiling like she knew secret chapters yet to be penned. NBA legend Magic Johnson tweeted, "This young woman will change the game," an endorsement few athletes ever receive. In her first pro season, she averaged 19.2 points and 8.4 assists, but raw numbers don't capture the shockwave. She shattered WNBA rookie records in points, assists, and three-pointers, notching the league's first rookie triple-double since the stat was tracked. I watched her 19-assist masterclass, still a single-game record, marveling at passes threaded through gaps thinner than faith. True Hoop analysts calculated she inflated Indiana Fever ticket revenue by 312%. Forbes labeled it the Clark Surge. Teammate Aaliyah Boston confided to The Athletic, "Her confidence is contagious. Our entire locker room believes bigger." And yet, adversity struck like a hard hedge in 2025. A nagging quad, then a groin strain, 5 games here, 3 games there. Here's the part they don't tell you. During rehab, she memorized every Fever offensive set to run practice huddles on a stationary bike, turning injury into leadership school. That relentless mindset teed up her next quest, to bend media, culture, and dollars toward women's hoops in ways legends only dreamed. Stay tuned, because the ripple effect outside the paint is just getting started.
What if a single player could double arena attendance and redefine primetime ratings? The Wall Street Journal crowned her the GOAT of TV ratings after NCAA title games featuring Clark leapt from 9.9 million viewers in 2023 to 18.9 million in 2024, numbers that outdrew MLB playoffs. Brands rushed in. Nike's 8-year, $28 million deal became the richest in women's basketball history, complete with a signature logo slated for holiday 2025. When State Farm paired her with Chris Paul in commercials, Ad Age reported a 27% spike in social chatter within 48 hours. I felt the cultural quake walking through a mall where her Wilson signature ball sat at eye level alongside LeBron's. Equality in shelf space at last. Yet Caitlin chooses her spotlight carefully, adopting what sports marketing guru David Schwab calls the Jordan approach. She rarely wades into divisive waters, preserving universal marketability. Still, authenticity flashes. Netflix placed her opposite David Letterman on My Next Guest, where she confessed stealing extra Halloween candy as a kid, sending meme culture into overdrive. Philanthropy completes the picture. Her foundation channeled more than $300,000 to Feeding America this spring, a gesture Feeding America CEO Claire Babineau-Fontenot praised as game-changing compassion. But here's the twist. Despite offers exceeding $1 million plus equity from a proposed 3-on-3 league, she declined, aiming to elevate the WNBA platform instead. That strategic patience hints at a longer play, one that could redefine salary structures when the league's $2.2 billion media deal kicks in come 2026. And as we pivot to explore her net worth blueprint, how endorsements, real estate, and generosity intertwine, you'll see why her legacy is poised to outlast any highlight reel.
Feel that sudden jolt of energy? That's what 8 pounds of new muscle can do when dedication meets science. During a grueling 7-month off-season, Caitlin teamed with Dr. Sarah Kessler, Indiana Fever's performance guru, to sculpt the physique NBA analyst Doris Burke praised as the blueprint for modern guards. Imagine her in the weight room at sunrise, squats so deep the bar trembles, deadlifts humming with 225 pounds, sprints that blur into streaks of determination. I've tried replicating her time under tension circuit. Spoiler alert, my legs still ache. And it drove home why she rarely fades in fourth quarters. Social proof? A viral photo of her cheering Iowa from the stands exposed biceps that trended on X for 48 hours, out-engaging some NBA highlights. Mid-workout, she'll toss in a chaos drill, tapping a wall with one hand while dribbling behind her back with the other, because elite coordination isn't born, it's engineered under fatigue. But what happened next will surprise you. She finishes by draining 300 shots, 100 mid-range, 100 free throws, 100 from deep, chasing that self-imposed 70% arc standard even when nobody's counting. Fueling this machine is a comfort meets performance diet. Bacon, egg, and cheese at dawn, honey stinger chews mid-game, chicken parmesan, and chocolate milk to rebuild. When Gatorade signed her, their team nutritionist called her macros sneakily perfect, balancing carbs for burst, protein for repair, sugar for soul. And let's be honest, her mother's warm chocolate chip cookies might be the real secret sauce. Stay with me, because the way she blends high fashion with high performance is even more dazzling.
Quickly, ready for a style pivot that could rival a crossover at the top of the key? Caitlyn's businesswoman era erupted the moment Prada dressed her for the 2024 draft. Vogue hailed it as a watershed tunnel walk moment that merged couture with court. Visualize the 2025 opener, fitted crop top beneath a tailored jacket, sheer overlay catching arena spotlights, ankle-length pants with sling-back heels clacking like a metronome of confidence. I still replay that tunnel clip when I need motivation. It reminds swagger can be soft and sharp all at once. Her stylist, Adri C. The Ask, whispers that each ensemble must preach conservative elegance, yet spark Twitter storms. Mission accomplished, given 500,000 likes under #ClarkFits in a single season. But here's the twist. After the flashbulbs fade, she trades stilettos for golf spikes. On rolling fairways at the Annika Pro-Am, thousands of kids in number 22 jerseys trail her cart. LPGA legend Annika Sorenstam smiles, saying her competitive fire is contagious even on the greens. When rain traps her indoors, she fires up Fortnite, fingers dancing across controllers like lightning across cornfields, reconnecting with college teammates in digital battles that echo their dorm room laughter. Friends tease that her card game intensity is scarier than a step-back three, proof that champions compete in everything, even you know. And if you ever doubted her softer side, picture her browsing Hy-Vee's aisles, signing cereal boxes of Caitlyn's Crunch Time, while a portion funnels straight to her foundation, feeding Midwest families in need. There's a lesson here. Lifestyle isn't just about luxury cars or sky-high apartments. It's the deliberate choice to weave joy into every corner of success. So as we close this gentle tour through mornings, workouts, and runway-ready nights, take a breath and imagine the echo of her footsteps shifting from hardwood to history. Because next, we'll journey backward, unveiling the childhood sparks that kindled this unstoppable flame.
What if a single signature could rewrite the economics of an entire sport? Caitlin Clark's pen struck that 8-year, $28 million Nike contract, and overnight, Forbes analysts declared it the most lucrative shoe deal in women's basketball history, vaulting her annual endorsement income to an estimated $3.5 million, 45 times her $78,000 WNBA salary. I remember scrolling through that headline, feeling the same rush I did the first time she pulled up from the logo. Disbelief giving way to pure adrenaline. Wilson Sporting Goods crowned her the first woman since Michael Jordan to launch a signature basketball line. Limited edition balls sold out in 11 minutes, a record Fanatic says even surpassed Steph Curry's initial release. But here's the part they don't tell you. Every brand pitch deck now includes a Clark clause, benchmarking exposure against her viral tunnel walks and 300% social engagement spikes. Gatorade, State Farm, Panini, Hy-Vee, Gamebridge. The roster reads like a Fortune 500 roll call. Each partnership calibrated to authenticity. Hydration during those 300-shot workouts. Insurance ads echoing her on-court vision. Supermarket cereal boxes funneling proceeds to charity. Social media firm Conviva reports her posts average 8.2% engagement, nearly triple the influencer benchmark, proving that trust converts clicks into culture. Keep this multiplier effect in mind, because the assets she's acquiring with that windfall reveal a strategy far savvier than trophies alone.
Ever wonder how a 23-year-old balances flash with foresight? Picture Caitlin unlocking the sleek doors of her $230,000 Porsche 911 Turbo S, 640 horses roaring like a tip-off crowd, before easing into a Range Rover Sport for everyday errands. Car and Driver editors dubbed her garage performance meets pragmatism, reflecting a duality that threads through her real estate playbook. She chose an $800,000 modern loft in downtown Indianapolis, minutes from Gainsbridge Fieldhouse. Architectural Digest praised its floor-to-ceiling windows for blurring the line between skyline and sanctuary. Yet she also holds a $650,000 home in Iowa, a private retreat where Connor McCaffrey grills steaks while cicadas hum, proof that roots matter more than zip codes. Rumor swirls, via the Des Moines Register, of a $1.2 million vacation haven, complete with a personal hardwood court and meditation garden, an oasis where recovery meets reflection. Personally, I find her measured approach refreshing. One foot in luxury, the other in legacy. Financial planning firm Athletes First cites her portfolio as a model of diversification, brand equity, property appreciation, and modest salary streams hedging against the volatile athlete life cycle. But what happened next will surprise you. When Nike's quarterly report credited a 2-point sales bump to her holiday season shoe teasers, Morgan Stanley quietly bumped its forecast, signaling that her brand already wields shareholder influence. Remember that ripple effect as we step into the heart of her wealth story, where profit meets purpose in a way spreadsheets rarely capture. How do you measure a net worth that feeds more than a bank account? In May 2025, Caitlin and Hy-Vee handed Feeding America a $300,000 check, enough for 3 million meals across 18 Midwest food banks, prompting CEO Claire Babineau-Fontenot to proclaim she's turning highlight reels into hope. Her Caitlin Clark Foundation has already distributed multiple $22,000 grants to children's hospitals, food pantries, and Special Olympics programs, weaving community into every endorsement clause. Sports economist Dr. Ryan Brewer calculates that Clark generated 26.5% of all WNBA economic activity in 2024, projecting her 2025 impact could crest $1 billion when merchandise, media rights, and ticket surges are tallied. I felt that tidal wave firsthand at a sold-out Fever Road game. Upper deck families and homemade Logo 22 tees, concession lines snaking like carnival rides, joy priced into every seat. Wall Street Journal analysts coined it the Caitlin Clark effect, noting that arenas she visits average 105% higher attendance than games she misses. Yet here's the part they don't tell you. She quietly turns appearance fees into scholarship funds, instructing her team to keep the spotlight on the recipients, not the giver. Industry insiders whispered that her choice to stay loyal to the WNBA, rejecting a 7-figure 3-on-3 league offer, strengthened negotiations for the league's forthcoming $2.2 billion media deal, potentially tripling future player salaries. That decision shows her most breathtaking asset isn't the Porsche in her garage or the signature logo on sneakers. It's the leverage of influence wielded with intentional grace. And as this wealth engine accelerates, one truth rings clear. Every three-pointer she sinks echoes far beyond the arc, into boardrooms, balance sheets, and most importantly, into the lives of those who need a champion off the court as much as on it.
Imagine cashing a check every time a kid yells, "Logo 22!" That's Caitlin's real currency. If her story fired you up, slam that like, smash subscribe, and join Hoopzillo for the plays behind the paydays. Drop a comment. Which WNBA star should we break down next? Remember, one insight today could be the first dollar of your own highlight reel.